high-level opponents. Let's see what we can have. Sicilian Najdorf, a3. Maybe just developing the bishop here and queen c7. Knight c6 to prevent this standard sacrifice idea. Maybe I can jump to c4. Oh, this is a 3 minutes game, but I prefer 3 minutes plus 2 seconds or at least some increment. Well, maybe h5 is an option to prevent g4 here, and then just play quite normal way. Maybe I transfer my knight to c4. Okay, maybe first this typical idea. Okay, this is coming, so I have to follow the plan. Maybe f4 is possible, or should I play h4? Maybe I just use this square, because if I jump here, maybe f4 and taking here is an option for white. If I play e5 now, he can take here and put knight to d5. What is that? Hard to say. Maybe it's okay for me, but do I have any other options? It seems to me that I have to play this, or this looks too shaky. Maybe king f8. Okay, let's try. Try to block the g file. If black takes here, I can take and try to, but now I have to find some counterplay on queen's side. Which one is the better one? Maybe this way. Taking here e5. Try to find some counterplay. Okay, I think this should be okay for me. Not too bad. Okay, my rook is not in the game, but everything else is more or less okay. Maybe I miss some ideas now, but this is not so bad looking position. Should I put my bishop there or just take? d5 is probably an option too. But there is no time for think. Okay, let's play this way. I think white is a little bit better here, but offer draw. Okay, that was quite interesting game. And it seems that we played quite good quality game. Yes, old generation against new generation. Oliver Vartiovaara is young promising player. Let's play against how to say, not so high level opponents, if there is any challenges. At least there was one, but it disappeared somewhere. Let's see. You can send challenges. Okay, here we go. So d4, d5. This is Catalan. Quite typical idea to check and then go back, and then this bishop is not in on the best square, so it has to be moved somewhere like f4 later, and it can't go to the long diagonal anymore. Maybe it was a boring result, but I had to offer draw because I didn't have any idea how to continue playing. Of course, my opponent could continue. Anyway, what is happening here? Usually white plays e4. If I take here, is it then an option? I give the center, but try to try to get some play on queen side. This is one idea, of course. If I take, then d file opens up, and there might be some issues how to get out of pin. Well, this idea is not very good because pawn is on a2. It can easily kick the knight out. Maybe knight d5 now, or is this better? Maybe this way. And it hits the pawn, and this is one option. Then b5. I have to be ready for b5 somehow. Maybe rook a6, but knight e4. This seems quite good for white. Okay, let's try this one because I don't have any other plans. I try to clear this diagonal and try to play b5, bishop b7. This looks quite threatening, but its position is quite typical, I can say. So, well, have to take and try to get out of pin. Oh, maybe that's possible too. How to continue? Maybe knight f6, and the idea is to play bishop d7 and cover everything. Okay, this doesn't look too threatening because I have knight d5, and then I can probably handle all the threats on king's side. If bishop goes here, or is there some sacrificing ideas? No, okay, now I jump there to get better square for knight. Okay, I try to harass this bishop. Maybe b3 is one option after, or where to put this bishop. Maybe white can just exchange it and try to attack on g file. Well, can I take this pawn? I think I have to. Okay, I can take this one also. Now I think I'm winning, but it's still quite dangerous because white has many attacking ideas. Maybe this was too early, because and now I can exchange everything and try to win the end game. But how to do it? Maybe it's just rook here. I can always put my queen there if queen comes to g4. Oh, I almost played c5 here, plundering the bishop, but this is one option. Oh, I can play this way. Push the pawn. If bishop b4, then queen goes to c2. I guess this is now pawn is going to be very good for me. Well, it's not so easy. Bishops are so strong. Well, maybe, oh, I can try to sack pawn and then take the bishop because there's check. Little endgame tactics. Quite tough game. It should be easy now, but the opening and middle game was quite tense. There is no stalemate ideas. Even this is not stalemate. Oh, but I can't take the bishop because d7 is the threat. I take this pawn away and rest should be easy. Okay, thank you for the game. Whew. Tough games. Let's play more. And if you want to see some openings, you can put your request to the chat, and I can try to play different openings. Yeah, that game was well played. I think clearly over the rating, yes, 2300. Very well played. We don't have any challenges, so we can check the game. Here I played probably a weak move, I guess, because this in some lines this is a good move, but now I guess this should be played first. E4 and maybe B5. This looks quite typical. Okay, let's play more. Let's play E4. Caro-Kann defense. I play this line a lot because I think it puts some pressure on black's camp, because white has space advantage, and this is already threatening move. If black plays e6, then white can win the bishop. There is no squares, and this line is quite interesting. The main line is to play h5 here, but white can play very aggressive way, and when the bishop goes to h7, this might be a little bit more accurate way to play, because white has to play f3. Now white can sack the pawn and try to get knight on e5. It's very good looking post for the knight, and I think there is some problems already. Well, f5. What should I do now? I can take, and if bishop takes, I can play check, but there's g6. So maybe just this way, because now this is, I think white gets too much. Yeah, actually I take the bishop. Yeah, and when rook takes back, there is queen d3, and when rook goes to h8, there is checkmate on g6. Now I can take with pawn, and black's position is almost lost, I guess. I can even cramp the position even more by playing h5, and then there is those pieces are not moving. Let's play it this way. There is nothing, I guess I just play c3, and now the idea is to put knight on e5 or queen here, bishop there, and long castling, for example. There's too many pieces out of play. I don't have to do anything concrete there. Just keep those pieces away from play. Maybe this way, or is there some problems with knight a4? Maybe, because if knight jumps here, then bishop can take f5. So queen here is probably best way to play. I can do this way, but this problem is still there. I think there is no solution for black. I can try to do these kind of things, but it only helps black, I guess, because this bishop is doing nothing there. And maybe this is one idea. So let's play c3. And now I'm ready to play bishop f4. Even castling is not possible anymore because queen is hanging after bishop f4. Okay, queen f4, bishop f4 is probably good anyway. There is free piece. Let's take it. Now we can take with knight to develop pieces. Let's protect the knight and make development move. Maybe I take with pawn this time to open up the diagonal. I mean line. And now bishop can go here. Yeah, and then bishop f4. This is bigger threat, and then that's why this is not the threat at all. Okay, I can take the rook, but maybe there is some fancy checkmating ideas. There's nothing. King can go to d2. And okay, now I find the checkmate idea. Okay, thank you for the game. That was quite a dangerous line to play. In my opinion, h5 is much safer option here. Okay, it's good to know this is Mihail Tal's idea, so-called Tal variation. I have won many grandmasters with this idea, so it's very dangerous. Black should know this idea. Do we have new challenges? Not yet. Maybe few words about h6 line. I think bishop e4 is the best. According to the computer, it's the best line. Okay, there's new idea, I guess. Rook h3. Or even knight f3. I used to play this way, and this gives some edge for white. Okay, let's see. Let's play d4 now. Queen's Gambit. Actually, this is already mistake. Black should play e6 or c6 to prevent this idea. White can have good center here and quite easy development. Just put pieces this way and rooks c5, c1 and d1 and so on. Usually white should get clear advantage here. Just developing pieces, because e5 is not possible and c5 is not possible either. Maybe just this way, and this makes white center even more powerful. Black should somehow play c5, because now position looks too passive. Maybe I can launch the attack immediately, but castling is a good way to play without too many risks. It's hard to find moves for black. Maybe I take more space here, try to push this knight back, and okay, this was a good one, but now knight is hanging, so probably it wasn't too good. But it's a quite natural way to play, but the position is already problematic, so black should play knight c8 or queen d8 and something like that. I can grab the pawn or make some development moves like rook here, knight there. Even d5 is an option, because knight is hanging on b6, but I think this is winning material now, because knight goes there, I can take, and then rook is hanging, and the knight on b8 is a problem. Okay, I take here. So this opening line is called Marshall defense, according to chess.com. But as far as I know, knight f6 is already a mistake. But Marshall was a player who invented many good opening ideas also. So it's not so bad to invent something which is not the best. At least he invented something. Okay, thank you for the game. To the next. Let's play King's Indian, for example. You can request some openings if you want. I can play different kind of openings, but usually I play quite many different openings anyway, so let's try to do that way. Okay, what is this? This is some line normal variation, but okay, looks quite normal. Yes, e5 is typical and c5 also, but maybe c5 because white has played e3, has to play c5, I mean e4, e5, and then one move is missing. If we compare to normal positions, even b5 is interesting now. Try to play Benko style, maybe a6, b5, and if a4, then e6 is kind of Benoni position. b5 looks possible. Maybe it's not the best way to play, but I have played Benko Gambit many years in classical games and many kind of games. I like this kind of active play. It's not so easy to play against black's activity. I can exchange these pieces, and now white has to try play e5 maybe, but I think black has move or two more than usually. Maybe queen here, rook there. It's very natural way to play. Of course, this is okay for white, but have to be careful. Maybe d5 is a little bit vulnerable here, because e4 is not there, and if e4, then I can try to create pressure here and there. Should I play queen here? Or maybe first this one, because it bishop has to make the decision which diagonal it will take. Okay, now there is no threat to e7, so I can play more freely. Maybe even this idea, it's too slow, I guess, in this position. So let's play more active way, like queen here. Maybe queen here. Is b4 an option? Should I put my queen there? The knight jumps to d7, d2. Well, I guess I can play c4 and knight jumps to d3. These ideas are very common in Benko gambit. This looks wrong somehow. If I play it this way, knight can come back and even land to c6. That's why I try to do something else. I think this is better. Now I can press the d5. But what is happening now? I guess this was sacrifice, or bishop is there, so there's some threats. Okay, so have to be careful now. I almost missed that one. Oh, my queen is in trouble now. What happened? Okay, I was lucky because b3 I didn't notice. But okay, it's not good for me. That was clearly a mistake because b3 is already winning, I guess. Now I have good chances to win. Even this way. Try to create strong threats. These rooks are out of play, and d5, e6, my bishop is like a monster. Oh, I could take there also, but doesn't really matter. I have very nice squares for my pieces here. Oh, this is hanging already. I can take with rook and knight drops. Let's take the pawn. Oh, this is hanging, so there's no checkmate, I guess, but this way it will. Okay, thank you for the game. Yes, you can send the challenge in chess.com, and yeah, now I got your challenge. Let's play Nimso Indian or something else if knight jumps there, or okay, what is this? Now we can play Rakosin. If queen comes here, I can just play knight c6. But now this is again Nimso Indian. I can play castling or c5, maybe even take here. c5 looks natural. I can play knight e4 to attack this bishop. If white takes here, I can take here, and then there's triple pawns. There's some attacks looming on king's side, but I can take here, put my queen here to try to create some threats. Position is quite normal, I guess. This is good looking move. If I take here, my queen is on the same file than rook, and that's why I don't take there. Maybe position is quite equal. Of course, there is plenty of play. E4 is one option. Okay, he didn't do that, so probably I try to prevent it. And now this looks quite natural. Let's play that way. There is no squares for queen, or if bishop goes there, I can make more pressure towards center. Well, can I take here? He can't because I take there, but well, there's some downsides because he can take with e-pawn, and then there's maybe some chances to attack. Oh, I think I should do that anyway and try to create counter attack or something. Is that really possible? I can take here and maybe knight c4. I put my bishop here to keep this diagonal. Now this is hanging. I can take this one because there's check. So okay, let's play this way. Try to create the threat. Tricky position. RT is weak or not, I'm not sure. I can put bishop d5, but maybe just rook here first. If I have time. If queen comes here, I can put bishop d5. Now I try to push this pawn forward. Queen here, king there. Well, tricky position to play. Oops, I almost blundered. I think he can't take there because I have serious threats. Oh, that one was good one for him. I try to go there. Oh, that would be great for him, but no, I think I'm getting some chances to win. Maybe not. Maybe there is no chances actually. Oh, I guess it was a draw, but I almost offered a draw there, but then you lost on time. Okay, it happens in blitz. I think this was critical moment. I went wrong somewhere. Here I thought that this queen trade is good for me, but actually it was a mistake. Well played. Well played. I should play queen here. And maybe black is better, but position is very tricky. Tricky to play. Queen e5 and knight d5, okay. But what happens after bishop takes? Somehow it's losing. What? Rook b1, king f2, rook b3. Okay, not so obvious because this pawn is Very dangerous. I think you played very well. 2,900. Well done. Well done. Okay, let's play more. This is very tough for me because you guys are playing so well. Okay. There's no new challenges. Let's play another game against Lassi. C4 is the move here. English opening. Maybe better setup is to play knight c6 and e5, but of course this is playable. What should I do? I can try to launch the flank attack here because bishop is already on right diagonal. So b4 is coming. If e5, it's not too threatening. Of course, black can try to create counterplay on king's side, but it's not so quick as white's attack here. Oh, this is strange looking move. Usually knight doesn't go in this square, in this kind of positions, but let's see. What is the plan? I don't see it. Well, just develop pieces. Maybe bishop b2 is option, but I think black is going to play e5 anyway, so maybe this diagonal is better if black tries to create this flank attack. Maybe now I can change my plan a bit, or well, if I play queen c1, then knight can jump here and he change this knight, and then this trouble knight is not anymore in the game, so I keep those knights on the board. Now I can probably take, and if bishop takes, yeah, I can put my bishop here and try to create some play on kingside as well. If rook goes to e8 or d8, then there is no attack on kingside, but maybe black can try to play d5 or drop the bishop back. That way. I would like to play b5 now, but is that good option or best option? For me, I'm not sure. Maybe a file is possible to take. Okay, let's play this way. I'm not sure. Is it good or bad? Maybe it's not so good for me because bishop is pinning the knight and I don't do anything on h6, so probably I should play rook here. Maybe bishop d2 first. That I can take here, and when knight jumps there, I can just play something like that, and the pawn is covered by bishop. I like my position, but black's position might be playable. These pieces are looking a little bit strange in these squares, but let's see. Let's try to create weakness on b7. If black takes, I can take with pawn, and then this bishop does a good job there. Okay, I'm short on time, so I have to play quicker. Should I take with pawn or piece? I don't know, because knight jumps there. Well, let's take with rook to clear this diagonal. What should I do? Maybe knight here. And try to rearrange pieces. h3 to prevent knight g4. Okay, now he's making some threats. c5. The idea is to put bishop here. I should put bishop here. I don't know what is happening here. Oh, I should take that one away. Okay, there's... Oh, I was lucky to find that one, but let's see, game continues. Oh, there's checkmate already, but I didn't see that one. Okay, that game was already also quite intense one. High level performance, 2600. Let's see the opening phase, and then we can play more. I took there, and okay, c5 immediately. Okay, the idea is to create similar weakness on b7 that I tried with my idea, but this is better way to do it, because knight can jump here, and then there is squares, and white can even push black pieces backwards with e3 and d4. So my idea to play this way was clearly worse. d5 is the way to do it. c5 to knight d7, then I don't have any edge. Here I didn't take with pawn because I thought that maybe knight can jump here. Actually d4 is something. Anyway, this is also an option, but d5, maybe this opens up squares for white's pieces. So okay, knight c4 is better. I was worried about this bishop because g5, where it goes if this is not available. For example, if knight h5 and then g5, this can be entrapped. Okay, let's play more. Yes, we can play rematch. There was other challenges in the line, so we can play rematch soon. Okay, this way. French defense, but knight is already c3 and f3. Is there some problems with that? I guess this is good for black because there is no chances to play f4 or c3, and it can make black's position easier to play. Maybe b5, queen here, or knight c6. Actually, I can play it this way and maybe even try to take this e5, but it's risky if white just castles and attacks on e-file. There is one idea to sack there and put e6. Should I prevent that one? Actually, it's not too dangerous. There's chances to trade queens, so I think this is not a threat at the moment, but soon it will. Let's trade these knights, and then I try to create weakness here. Is this something? Actually, it is. Queen g4 is good move, I guess, because g5, bishop d2, and I can take this e5. So probably black is still in good shape after queen g4. Should I take here? White chances to create something on king side is is real threat. So I think I don't have time to take those pawns, because bishop can go here and then pawns are rolling. But what can I do? D4, B4, I mean B5. Ah, actually now this might be something. Well, let's play this first. I try to exchange this bishop because it's very dangerous for black if white has light square bishop in this kind of positions. Well, I have few more developing moves before I make a decision, castle or not. Well, if I make this trade, rook joins the play, maybe I can take the knight now and I take this later. For example, I put bishop here and try to make skewer if white takes with rook. So this is not obvious either. Should I take this away or not? Maybe I just play queen here or here. Is this better? Square? Hard to say. Maybe this way. And maybe I can take the pawn away if... Or maybe even this way. Because c4 I can put bishop c6 and then this diagonal is mine. Maybe this way. And now I can take on d3, I guess. Or do I have something better? Actually, this knight looks quite good. I take here and now I think I can castle here. Because there's many chances to create counterplay. For example, just b5 here. Oh, what? Ah, okay, that was a blunder because now I can take this one. Oh, everything drops now. Because of time trouble, but it was, I think, quite good game. Yeah, 2300. Well done. I got similar performance rating. Even I got 94%. That is surprising. Why? Why is it that way? Hello, welcome. Okay, let's play rematches. I play d4 now. Okay, let's play Nimzo Indian. have played f3, e3 lines a lot. I haven't played f3 lines for a long time. So maybe time to play it. d5 is the move here. b5 is interesting option. Now my king looks quite weak here, but I think I have time to cover everything. Is this the way to do it? I can't remember now. Maybe queen comes here. Oh, actually, I can't do that because takes, and my rook is hanging. So probably that one was a mistake. Bishop here. If I go here, he can play it this way, and the same idea. Takes, and my rook is hanging there. Okay. Anyway, I play bishop here to try provoke this one, and then I think queen is misplaced on a5. But now my bishop is awkwardly placed. If he plays knight h5 here, I think black is already better. I played wrong way. This is clearly wrong. f5 is good option here. Maybe I try to survive somehow. Maybe g4 is option because there's no that kind of moves. This can be very dangerous for me, but I think I don't have good options. Try to create pawn chain here. Maybe I try to play even g5 attack. This is coming. I think there's all kind of sacrifices. Okay, let's see. Is there? Oh, actually, immediately. And then this one. So I can't take this. I have to try something like bishop g3. Okay, this line is very dangerous for white. If white plays wrongly as I did. So be careful if you try this at home. Now I try to create some kingside attack, but I think I'm too slow for any real attack, but it's not so easy to play even black is pawn up, and because I can have some ideas. Okay, there is some play. Now I try to create. I take the, something on queen side. Oh, okay, this idea is very threatening. But what to do? Queen f4 maybe, or should I? What should I do? a3 take. Okay, I have to do this to take, and then there is no b3 because both pieces are attacking to a5. Okay, this is now the way to do it, I guess, because white's position opens up. This would be clearly mistake, because then there is pin. Actually, maybe I play b4 now, or I don't have time to do that. Well, okay, I castle here. Try to attack the rook. This one is option. Maybe I play this way or something else. What is this? I have rook here. If queen goes there, he can take here probably, but looks scary. Very, very scary. What to do? What to do here? Oh, I'm already losing on time here. Okay, everything drops. Is there checkmate already? Almost. Well done. Now it's checkmate. Yes, well played. Let's see. 2,900, 850. Very well played. Let's see where I went wrong. I think I played bishop g5, and that was clearly wrong idea. I should play e4 immediately. As I said, I think b5 is the main move here. Yeah, e4, and then I don't have any problems with the bishop. So this is already mistake, but I just played it, and after h6, which is the main line of, I mean, engine move, castling also. Knight h5 is also top engine move. I played g4 here, try to create something. Knight e5, and this is already winning. Brave sacrifice, but okay, quite common idea to break this center that way. I think this is quite hard move to find, but it creates very big threat. The idea is to play here. Okay, maybe I could just play this way. Okay, this is already lost for white, but there are still some chances in when humans are playing, because there's some chances. Anyway, the game went this way. Bishop b6. How you can find this kind of moves? Very well played. Again. Rook b7. Okay, there's nothing left. Well done. Maybe we have time to play one more. Okay, this is the last game for today, and well, what we will play? Maybe Grünfeld. The idea is to hit the bishop, and if white takes here, I can take here and play e6 and take back with pawn. What is this actually? I think white should play something else. Now black has bishop pair, and everything is well. Everything is good. Let's play this way. If white tries to create something there, but maybe first queen here. Well, maybe this way. And I don't want to exchange these bishops because I have some chances to attack. So I try to create some attack there, but when to do it? That's the question. White tries to create counterplay there. Can I play b5 here? At least when white plays b4, I can do it. So maybe some waiting moves like h6 to prevent that idea. And now queen here. If my queen goes here before this move, maybe there is knight g5 and then bishop here to exchange bishops. Now I think, okay, this should be good for me. I can take here and play this way, try to Well, is this something? Still something. Actually, taking here. No, it's not. What to do? Okay, I have to take here, maybe this one, to create pressure. Now this is the threat. If this moves, I can have maybe ideas, many ideas. Now I have a file. Okay, what is this? I can take here. Maybe it was a blunder. Now bishop e5 is the idea. Or if rook comes here, maybe even rook here. Because if rook goes back, I can play bishop f5. I think it's quite nice tactical idea. And now I can probably, I think there is checkmate idea now. Well, that was the game. Thank you. I think this was all for today. Thank you all and see you next time. Have a nice day. Bye bye.